You told me once that if a task is not in Asana in your case, right, it's not going
Yeah.
to get done, right?
Yeah.
So you have this one thing to upgrade your I guess your tech stack, not tech stack, but
The
your,
hardware. It's the
the
hardware.
hardware. Exactly.
Yeah.
Is it in Asana? And you're like, no. When do you decide, yes, this is it?
So probably when it crashes and I don't have a computer anymore, and then you have no time to think and no time to do the research and no time to actually do it properly. And so yeah, that's why my husband's like, so when are you going to buy it? So when are you doing the research? So when, because he knows me, right? He knows I'm going to do the research, but so when are you doing it? Have you done it yet? And I'm like, no, not
Yeah.
really.
Yeah. And then when you do, but I'm pretty sure that if, and I hope that never happens to you, but if your computer crashes, you won't have all the time in the world to do research. So what's your knee-jerk reaction? What are you gonna do first?
So that's my problem. If I knew what I was going to do first, I would do it. My whole problem is I don't know where to start with the search of what kind of computer I need, because I'm a power user. I mean, yes, I do documentation, but I also do a lot of software testing and I run multiple apps at the same time. Now, since just like there's no multitasking in humans, there's no real multitasking on computers, right? So it's running a process and it's running another process and it's running another process. So I need a very strong processor. I don't do video editing all that often, but I do it sometimes. So, it's like I'm a power user. I don't want to go back to the Mac. I was a Mac user. Okay, wait. Let me explain. Because I'm going to start crying from laughter now. And I didn't prepare a tissue. Okay, wait, I have something. Here we go. Okay, so let me explain.
I'm gonna give you a minute because I can't believe what I'm hearing.
So when Mac first came out, I think since 1984, I was a Mac fanatic. Okay, I loved every single thing that was Mac. I worked at a high-tech company. They wouldn't let me have a Mac. I organized my desktop so it looked like a Mac. Like the dog was on the top and the windows was like the Apple. And I did everything. Yes. I was a Mac fanatic. And then when smartphones came out, I didn't have a smartphone. It was obvious that if I would have a smartphone, I would have an iPhone. It was like, of course, you're like a Mac fanatic. And nobody in my family got it. Nobody in my family got why I like the Mac. It's for graphic design. It's like, no, this is a perfect computer. And then about 7 years ago, I was using my mom's Power Mac that my dad got her. She never used because she likes PC. But my family finally got on board with the whole Mac phenomenon. They all got iPhones and they were trying to convince me to take one of their old iPhones so that I would have an iPhone. I was like, I don't want a smartphone. And so I had the Power Mac and I was using it. And then I was working at what I thought was my dream job. And I needed SQL and Visual Editor, like Microsoft Visual Editor. So the Mac was not going to cut it anymore. I had to move to PC. And the company bought me a PC. And I installed everything I needed. And that was it. The word processor on my Mac was not supporting Hebrew at the time properly, and they were going to stop working with Word. Now I don't use Word anymore, so I really don't care. I use Google Docs for everything. But it was like it stopped functioning, and I needed the PC for something else. And I've been working on a PC now for 7 years. And when I finally needed to get a smartphone a couple of years ago for business, I took my husband's old Galaxy J3 or J6 or J something or other. And now I can't use an iPhone and I can't go back to a Mac. I'm so used to the PC now, maybe because I'm older. I don't know, but I just can't go back to the Mac, which really bums me out because I was a real Mac fanatic, but c'est la vie.
Yeah, I think I stopped listening to you when you said something about some galaxy or something like that. I just stopped listening.
Okay. Andrew, what? Andrew.
Okay, I see. Okay, so if this snippet makes it, we're going to ask for recommendations for you.
Mac versus PC. And if one, which one? Meaning if it's a Mac, which Mac? And if it's a PC, which PC? Power user here. Has to be laptop, can't be desktop because it has to be portable.
I just lost my train of thought. I had something really cool. Not having to double click 3 times for something to work, basically. And that's what happens to me with these smartphones. Like, sometimes, I think it was just last week. Someone, we're exchanging phone numbers with someone and they, I said, just give me your phone. I'll put my name and number. Oh man. What is my phone number has, what was it, like 7, 9 numbers or something like that? It took me forever. I said 6. It's a Z. So anyways.
I want a snippet of just laughter. laughter one, like just laugh, 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 laugh. This is what you can expect if you listen to Off Tangent. And there's actually no content here, people. We're not really talking about how we create a podcast because we're not really doing anything. We're just laughing.
We're doing it. We're not talking about it. We're just doing it. That's like the first step, right? That's what we said last week. Well, a couple of weeks ago, which is it's not the thumbnails like you said. It's the make it pretty, the all this. The first step is actually doing it. I really believe in conversations. I think I've built my business based on conversations, because it's something that a lot of people don't do. Now I understand that there are businesses or times in your business where you need revenue, you need to cover your vital costs, or you need to convert right away. Sure. And these having conversations and learning and etc. might seem like you're playing the long game, right? But if you start now, you'll see the results later, right? So it's not, I have a conversation, a sale is going to come. No, because these conversations, you're probably learning from current customers, right? So there's a conversation there. You're learning from potential buyers or buyers of your alternatives, right? Just to learn about their decision making. You're learning from people that inspire you in the same industry. You're learning from people that inspire you, period, in other areas of interest. You're learning from people that want to learn from you, right? So I really believe in these conversations, and people are not having these types of conversations. And I think this is it. This is exactly it.
I think, first of all, you practice what you preach. If somebody looks at your content, I know that you're having multiple conversations every single week with people all the time. Because first of all, I see shout outs to you from people who, I just spoke with Zineb and I'm like so excited. And of course, I'm jealous because I always like.
You can't say, not yet.
No, not yet. Yeah, so it's a secret, but yeah, but I can't say. Well, I speak to her every week. So I always see that, and I see snippets coming from different people, from you and from different people, of conversations with you. And I think we forget to hit that record button way too often. And not every chance can you hit the record button. There's certain clients that you can't. But if you can, and even if you just edit out the client bit and just, it's a little bit more work, but that it could be really, really useful. I just want to say about one of the things you said about conversations that really struck me. When I was starting out, people were reaching out on LinkedIn, and I didn't have that much work. So I was meeting anybody who wanted to meet me. I don't do that anymore. I don't have the bandwidth. And especially since a lot of them are in US hours, and my US hours are so limited for my client work that I don't have time for just chit chat. But then I did. And I met this amazing woman, and we just chatted. And it was there was no purpose to the call. I think I didn't realize that at first, but it was just like she wanted to get to know me because she saw me on LinkedIn, and it was a great introduction. And then a while later, when I was looking for a coach, I reached out to her because I had spoken to her already. And I ended up not needing the coaching, but it was like my first choice. It was obvious that she was the person that I was going to turn to. Then we worked together at a different company. We were both consulting for a different company, and we worked together. And now I'm setting her up with workflows. And this all started from just, chit chat conversations. And it was phenomenal to me because and this is one example of many that I've had. You chat with someone, you talk with someone, they're top of mind. You already know them. You feel like you know them from, you see them on LinkedIn, you see them on a conversation podcast type thing on YouTube or on one of the podcasts, you hear them. And you're like, yeah, okay, that's the person I want to work with. So yeah,
super powerful. I'm building, I'm working on the next evolution of my business, right? And video is a big part of it. And it's exactly, what you just said, and it's about showing yourself in all your, natural, and you're not more natural than when you're having a conversation that is not you talking to the camera or you on a podcast, because, podcasts also, it's you have to go through a lot of podcasts for you to have that same relaxed, to be relaxed. If not, you're a bit sweating, a bit nervous. What are they going to ask?
What's he going to ask me? What's he going to ask me?
Right. Yeah. So catching you in that flow state, right? When you're talking about stuff without overthinking it, you're talking about stuff that actually matters, etc. But and it's the version of the website, and I'll show you. I don't even know if I'm going to keep this or not, but it's those dead leads. No, just imagine someone has been following you for some time, right? Really like your content, and since people reach out when they're ready to buy, right? So like you said, that example. So okay, so I'm going to go hit I'm gonna hit book a discovery conversation with Irit, right? Okay. And I get on a call with Irit, and you know, I think everyone will love you, but that's not the case. You know,
Not everybody does.
some people won't. You know, some won't click with you, right?
Right.
Well, what a big waste of time that was for everyone. So if they can see you the way they would see you in a first call, way before, you know, you're not wasting your time, right? It's like, do I
Right.
click, do I vibe or not? That decision I make it in my head way before, right?
Right. I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you a secret. Don't share this.
Let me pause.
No. I'm kidding. I've committed to myself for now to try and have at least one video up a week. I don't know that I'm gonna. I haven't formally announced it. Like I haven't said to myself, like, or written. You know how people write, "This is my challenge to post 90 days," and I'm not that type of person. But and I think this is the first time I've actually committed to saying it that I've committed. But it's like I've committed to getting myself out on video more, and it was thanks to that first snippet that you did, or the 2 snippets with the stories, because I got such amazing feedback on the stories. So at first I was like, okay, I'm going to do just stories. But then I was like, no. And this comes back to what we were talking about before, that a potential client needs to see who they're getting. And it's not just to see the story side, which is great. And, you know, I love telling stories, but it's not all of who I am. And there's a lot of technical jargon. I mean, I don't use technical jargon, but technical flow charts and stuff that my mind works in. And so I share that on video, and I want to share that on video. So stories are my go-to if I haven't done anything in a week.
Okay. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave the call, and I'm gonna go get cracking on my websites.